Hey, how's it going, everybody? Okay, so out here. Oh man, hold on. You need to look at these waves. Look at this. Crazy. They move in like slow motion, but it's just because they're so freaking big. It's crazy. That wave crashing over there. I'm like, okay. Anyway, yeah. Today is whew, a lesson that kind of just came to me as a download a little bit ago, right before I was gonna come out here. But I had a whole realization on what I thought the word peace meant. What I thought peace truly meant as like the spiritual vibe, as the thing that like is the thing that we're supposed to be at, right? Like you want to be at peace because that is the most, that is the highest vibration that you can reach, and that will bring you closer to your happiness in more ways than you can think of, right? So, in my mind, I'm thinking peace equals calm, right? Because that's what everybody thinks of. Whenever you think of peace, you think of like somebody being really calm and like quiet and just enjoying everything. But I've been also getting this conflicting message that apparently I've been suppressing my emotions. And so the question of like what that means to me, right? I didn't understand because I'm like, no, I'm feeling my emotions. I'm pretty sure. I feel pretty sure that oh, there's a dog. Check it out. And but yeah, I feel like I feel my emotions pretty certainly. I feel like I honor them. I feel them. I know how I feel at any one moment usually, right? Uh, I cannot know how I feel about a situation because I'm confused about a situation. That's different, I guess. At least I know I'm confused then. I guess that's an emotion too, hey? Anyway, uh, yeah, I'm like, no, I feel them. I feel them. But they've been taking me back to like uh, older days, right? Older shadow days. Looking back at the, essentially, I guess that's another aspect of shadow work. I don't know if you guys know what shadow work is, but it's like looking back at like, tough stuff that's caused you problems in the past, things that you don't really want to look at anymore, right? Things that you're like, that was just a bad part of the past. I gotta leave that alone. Uh, you have to continually shift through that stuff or sift through that because there's stuff that you might be missing, right? It's a lesson that you may have cut out too much whenever you're like, no, that's X-nay, X-nay on all that. And so they've been taking me back to my college days, right? And the wild child I was, and I've really always been, right? And now I've kind of toned it down to just more of like wild in action, right? But they're saying, or essentially what I'm thinking is what they've been telling me is, all right, yes, you're good, you're doing things well, but you're suppressing your emotions, and it's they'll take me back to moments whenever I was just rallying and just like taking over the town, right, and just being really loud, being really rambunctious, being high energy, right? And that's a thing that I used to be super proud of and I used to love about myself, uh, until I guess I thought there was a problem with it, right? And so then I guess I did deaden down a bit. I have like not, whoa, this guy's surfing the freaking, you kidding me? That's crazy. I'm sorry, but these waves are so cool out here. All right. Hold on. Jeez. Wow. Oh my god. I need to learn how to surf. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at some point. But damn, this is crazy. These waves are insane. This is probably like a surfer's dream right now, honestly. I came out here and I was like, holy shit, these waves look like scenic. It makes me think of like those roaring, like water crash waves of like Japanese paintings, like damn. Anyway, yes, sorry, where was I? Emotions, feeling them. This is me feeling my emotions, right, and just expressing myself because that's the message that I essentially learned is that the spirit was saying, hey, you have learned to stop being at war with yourself, which is what peace actually means. Stop being in conflict. That is peace. But you have stopped expressing yourself and being true to who you are. And I didn't understand that because I'm like, all my actions are the same thing. I'm doing all the same things. I'm feeling all the same way. But I have felt that inhibition, right? Feeling like, being very careful, stepping on eggshells, right? Being careful about what I do, what I say, how I am around people. because I'm like, I don't want to lose people, you know, because I have trauma related around that, right? And I'll explain to you like the main example of like how this has been so buried deep for a while. But anyway, yeah, that was the message, is like, hey, just start being you again. Just start being explosive, being loud, being all the things that you constantly used to love to do and be and are, and that you'd still love to do, and that you just told yourself was a bad thing because you didn't quite understand yet. Wow, this is getting really close. Holy. Ha. I was planted up right there a little bit ago. I think this thing's still rising. I may have to move back. Yeah, the water's reaching all the way back over that way. Yikes. I don't know. Anyway, I may have to cut this video short if I end up going running. I'll let you know. But anyway, the gist of it is, yes, peace does not equal calm. Peace does not equal calm. That's just a misconception from the way that we put synonyms into the world. Peace is just being out of conflict. Calm is being away from all emotion. That's detachment. And I mean, I'm sure there's a case to be said for detachment. Maybe I'm not quite practiced enough to practice detachment yet. I have thought about it, and I have worked with it, and I have used it many a times, right? But I don't believe, well, at least in this leg of my journey, I don't think that's the right move for me. And I don't know if that's necessarily like the full way to be, right? I think that maybe that is the way to escape situations whenever your emotions will serve you no good, right? And I think that's the trouble, is that in escaping those bad emotions, right, where I was, I think a bug just bit me, yikes, where I was I was trying to escape emotions that were bad, right? Because I feel things intensely. I'm a very intense person, and so, you know, and trying to escape like sad feelings, and trying to escape feelings of anger, and trying to escape those types of feelings, I decided to throw the baby out with the bathwater and just throw everything away, right? I was like, no more feelings. I'm just calm. I'm just zen, right? And everybody's saying that's a good thing because peace is good. Peace is the highest vibration. But peace does not equal calm. Peace is not calm. There's reason to feel your emotion, especially if they're good emotions, right? It's okay to be excited. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to be all those things. And I forgot that because I got a consequence of that from somebody else who was dealing with their shadow at the time. And I don't know, I've never spoken to them in the longest, so I don't know how they're doing anymore. But that was the gist of why I buried it away for so long. It was, of course, as it always goes, it's a girl, right? And yeah, I was just a very excited fellow, and this girl was a very anxious girl. And so my excitement, my intensity pushed her right further into the negative emotions she was trying to escape. And which is good. I mean, it makes sense. It makes absolute sense for her. It doesn't make sense for me, and I should have recognized that. I betrayed myself in thinking that there was something wrong with me in those moments, rather than just being and living and moving on. And that's been the longest lesson, and I keep having to go back to this lesson because there's more and more that unpack in that shadow work of like what it is that truly is holding me back, man. People are surfing these giant waves. I want to learn how to surf so bad. Anyway, yeah. Essentially, don't think that that calm is peace. Peace is just removing yourself from conflict, removing yourself from inner warfare, removing yourself from, or just leaving that, right? It's getting clarity in yourself so that you know that you are where you stand, where you are. Awareness, right? That's why peace and awareness go so close together. But calm is detachment. Calm is removing yourself from all emotions, right? And you can be in a state of calm too. That's an emotion as well, so don't run from it. But don't confuse it for being the only emotion, right? Don't escape your other emotions, especially if they have something to tell you. I thought that for the longest this lesson was just to like learn how to work with like sadness and anger, because those are emotions that I have tried to avoid in the past because obviously they're not good ones. I just haven't known how to properly I mean, they aren't good ones. Well, I used to think the common perception is that they're bad, right? But I didn't know how to use them, right? I didn't know how to look at that situation and go, all right, if you're sad, that means that something's wrong, you know? Like, what is it that's wrong? Figure out what's wrong. That's an indication. If you're angry that someone's not listening, or you're not listening to yourself, and you become frustrated because you're sad and something's wrong, and you need to go figure out what's wrong. And so I learned that, thought that was the end of it, but continued to stay detached and calm, and continued to blunt my emotions whenever I felt excited or happy or any of those sorts of things, right? And I'll do it in small spurts with myself, but then as soon as I get with other people, I start looking to the outside world again, and I start worrying, hey, oh man, if am I gonna be too loud? Am I gonna be too rambunctious? Instead of knowing that that's okay, and knowing that it's an amazing thing to feel those emotions to the intensity that I do, and that it's a gift to share. And if anyone can absorb that in the right way and share in that expression of pure bliss and joy and high vibrancy, that I'll know that those are the people I should be around. You know? Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. It was a pretty good message. I think that I'll rounded up a lot of points for me. I think that that's a big thing that's been holding me, and I recognize it now. Like, that is the inhibition that I've been feeling in a lot of these situations where I'll be doing something and I'm like, oh, I should go do that. I want to go do that, or I'll be around people and I'm like, oh, I'm not as explosive as I should be. I'm more observant and quiet and introverted, very introverted. When I usually wasn't that way, right? My introversion has always been a thing for whenever you're alone, when you're introverted. But when you're extroverted, when you're out in the world, you can express yourself and share. What's the point in having people around if you're not going to share? Anyway, all right. That's what I got for you guys today. Take care. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to keep looking at these waves. I might jump into this water. It's kind of warm, but it's not that warm. But this water just looks so nice. I really may need to go in. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. I love you. Peace.